Hey folks, how's it going? Sandro from socialwoodworks.com. I have a quick woodworking tip for you today on how you can save some money on these 36-inch bar clamps. So stay tuned and we'll talk a little bit more. Welcome back, and as you may or may not know, clamps are a woodworker's best friend. Now these parallel clamps are a great addition to anyone's tool collection. The only problem with them is they're pretty pricey. So I'm here to talk about a nice cost-effective alternative to these parallel clamps. And I have here a set of 36-inch, 3/4-inch bar clamps. And bar clamps are a great alternative to those parallel clamps. They're just as strong and sturdy. The only difference is they don't have quite as big of a clamping surface, but still do a great job on most of your woodworking projects. Now here I am going to demonstrate just how you would glue up, say, a cutting board or something like that. Now line up the boards after the glue up on the side that has the crank handle, and then I slide the clutch side flush with the boards, and then you just crank the handle here, and you can see these Irwin clamps have a nice big handle that's easy to get some good torque on there, but they're also raised up off your work surface enough so that you don't scrape your knuckles on your work surface. So as you can see here, you can get really good force on there, and those boards aren't going anywhere. And once you get those underneath your glue up here, I usually add a few more clamps just to get even pressure throughout the whole glue up, especially for cutting boards. You want to make sure those seams are real tight. After your glue up dries, go ahead and just uncrank the handles here, and then just go ahead and remove your project from the clamps. A little close up on these Irwin clamps. One thing that Irwin really improved on is the clamp feet here. They're a lot wider than they used to be for good stability, and they also raise your project up off your work surface high enough so that, like I mentioned before, when you're cranking this handle, you're not scraping your knuckles on your work surface. Now, one thing I thought I should mention when I was reading the reviews on Amazon for this product, one of the, I guess, negative reviews was that because this handle is so big, when you crank it all the way closed, it doesn't tighten all the way. But for me, that's not really an issue. As you can see here, there's only 2 threads left. And like I said, it's not that big of an issue, because you can see here it still has a good 3 inches of travel, so you can get some really nice force on whatever you're trying to clamp down. So again, for me, that's not really an issue. But I guess if you have to comment on something negative about these clamps, I guess that would be a good valid point. I'm going to turn these clamps over here and show you the underside, which you can see here they got the quad plates for the clutch, which really give that nice tight hold, and you actually don't need threaded pipe for these clamps. I have threaded pipe here just because I bought 2 36-inch pieces of pipe, but if you had a long piece of pipe and you wanted to cut your own sizes, you don't need to thread those ends because of this clutching system. It's real simple to install. They elongated the clutch handles so they're real easy to depress, and you simply just slide the end of the 3/4-inch pipe here, depress the clutch, and that spring and clutch will actually lock it down onto the pipe, whether it's threaded or not. And that's one great feature about these clamps. Some other pipe clamps out there don't have that feature. You actually have to thread the pipe into the clamp body. And on the other side here, you simply slide it on the clamp surface goes in first, and then the rear portion with the clutch goes on next, and you want to make sure you push that all the way in with the clutch depressed, and there you go. They're all assembled and ready to use. Super simple. Alright, now that this thing's all assembled, you can go ahead and give it a little tug just to feel how strong the force is on these clutches. It really holds it on great. And there you have it, 36-inch bar clamp for $20. If you guys want to pick up a set of these bar clamps, I included a link down below in the description. Save some money. I mean, you could buy 2 of these things for the price of 1 parallel clamp, which is an absolute steal for these great clamps. I highly recommend you guys check them out. Once again, guys, thanks so much for watching my video. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button, and please remember to subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more woodworking tips and videos in the future. Have a great day.